My name is Scotty. Started this about 40 years ago. In the mid-'80s, I was in law enforcement and did that for a long time, and then I transitioned into the defense side. Got the best training I ever had then. I wasn't on the government dime. I was getting paid well and got to train under some of the best people in the country. And then I became the trainer, and I used to do consultations from here to California. I've spoken at Denver Law School. I've taught judges, prosecutors, police officers, defense lawyers all over the country, and then ended up leaving one firm and starting with Bateman 7+ years ago. We have a really good time because we just do DUI, and that's really all I'm really good at. I think that in law enforcement, you gotta realize that people are typically, when we respond as law enforcement people, they're in their worst moment. The DUI is the same thing. People get so emotional, they get so caught up, and unfortunately these days they get on social media or they get their Google Law degree and they're reading all this stuff that really doesn't apply to them. They're reading about DUI law in New York or California, and every state, of course, is different. And the thing too is every court is different. Even here in Greenville, there's numerous courts that handle traffic or DUI cases, and the way you work in those is totally different than you do in others. And that's a good thing about Bateman and our firm. We go all over. We're all over South Carolina, mostly the upstate, but we have a real good idea as to how that judge will react versus some other judge, and it's you just never know. It's which way it's going to go, so we have a good idea how this thing may run out at certain courts. Well, the benefit of being in various courts is we know the judges, the most important typically are the clerks because they run the show, kind of like our paralegals run our law firm. We know the officers. We get a good feel as to how they like to run their court, and if there's any legal issues, if we ever have to argue legal motions, kind of their feel on a lot of things. And then when Bateman gets involved in it, he's just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. I mean, I've never quite seen him in a bad mood ever. I don't know what he takes in the morning. We all ought to take it. But he's very positive and he loves people. And that's the type person, if I was trying to hire an attorney for my worst moment, I want him to be a nice guy where everybody respects him and likes him. And he's fresh and he's smart, he's good at what he does. That's the kind of guy I'd put in for my future if I needed that help.